Came across the veterans crew just the right place at the right time. We had the facilities to support the crew, with the Fairchild Air Force Base being closed, the population center, to be able to recruit and retain the veterans. And we had the organization in place to be able to bring the veterans on and without requiring a bunch of new equipment and whatnot.
I was in the service. I was in the Marine Corps, and I was a combat engineer. I heard about the program through my volunteer fire district, and one of our lieutenants out there said they needed vets over at the BLM. So I just got in contact with the right personnel and luckily landed a gig.
In my military service, I was in the Air Force. I loaded aircrafts of all shapes and sizes. A lot of calculations were part of the process in loading aircraft safely and securing them safely. So coinciding that with fires couldn't be farther from what we do. However, the camaraderie, the teamwork, and the discipline and the structure are all very similar.
BLM offers a pretty diverse work environment. There's a lot of different terrain and a lot of different opportunities with BLM. Working with the veterans crews is nice. Most of them already have at base not a fire experience, but just a life experience. So they're a lot easier to work with. They understand a lot of the concepts of supervision and leadership and working as a team. And the camaraderie is kind of a natural for most of them.
I think it's an easy transition coming from the military to a group of guys that are all military, and they have the experience of knowing what it's like to come home and be civilianized, I guess, and being able to help each other out, and then working with people that know what the workload is like, and being able to help them out and joke around, being able to tell military jokes or experiences and life experiences that they had in each branch they may have been, and have that camaraderie again.
I'm really enjoying the Veterans Fire Crew. I haven't been on any others, so I don't really know how to compare, but we all seem to work well together, and everyone pitches in, gets the job done quickly.
Getting the opportunity to work with vets was something I absolutely wanted to jump on, as well as fire being the main factor here. So that's how I heard about it. It just kind of slid under the rug, and I was able to hop on board.
I really enjoy fighting fire with the BLM just because we're out in nature. We're out doing hard work, constantly trying to solve problems, constantly trying to solve unknowns, and I really prefer that over being inside a building, and it seems like it's a little bit more rewarding.
Well, when the crew's not out here working for range and stuff, generally they're doing hazardous fuels reduction projects or preparing for the upcoming wildfire season. Prior to that, they were out working for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, doing some restoration projects out there and stabilizing some sites for the cultural folks.
This is a high-paced environment, and there's tons of questions out there, and it's a continuous learning basis. This is my third year, but I'm learning stuff every day, and that's how it should be.
One of the things I like about being on the all-veterans crew is everyone has prior life experience, work experience, already have discipline.
Being that it's all vets, it makes the work a lot easier because military is naturally hard workers, so I guess I would prefer vets.
A highlight from last year would be just seeing nature in very remote areas. A lot of these places, you swear you're probably the first person to put a boot in. and it's just gorgeous country. So much out there.
If you're a veteran looking for a job in fire, just give us a call at the BLM.